what could be done to encourage Trump to do more often the right thing?
Okay, so if everybody here knew exactly what I think about Trump, I would probably be classified as having TDS. However, I'd like to say something about Trump that both people with TDS and people with MAGA can agree with, namely that Trump likes winners and he doesn't like losers. So, as an example, early in Trump's administration, Trump was not so favorable to Ukraine. And part of that may have been that Putin was telling him, oh, we're going to beat up these Ukrainians, we're going to win this war. And Trump would say things like, they've got to make a peace agreement because they don't have any cards. So similarly, I think that if we want, more support for from Trump for things that will help the Iranian resistance do well, which I think everyone here would probably like, what what's important to do is to find ways to make the Iranian resistance look like winners to Trump. Maybe there should be a way for the Iranian resistance to claim credit for more of the gas leaks. I don't know quite the right way of doing this, but I just wanted to open a discussion on this topic.
But next, do you like President Trump did help Ukraine a lot, though, right?
I know,
Yeah, yeah.
but I claim that what changed is
Uh,
that Ukraine started winning. And
Oh,
this is something that's been changing very gradually. And very recently, I think there's broad agreement that Ukraine is winning. And that helps Trump do more for Ukraine. And I think Trump has been doing more for Ukraine lately. So looking like a winner helps get Trump to do more.
but President Trump was doing more for Ukraine even before the recent rounds of winning, even more compared to Obama, for example. Maybe I'm wrong. That's my understanding. Even before these rounds of
Okay,
winning.
you mean Biden?
Yeah.
Um,
Anybody,
so
Obama and Biden, anyone else.
okay, but I mean the war that's going on now really started in 22, the
Well, there was
invasion
before there
of
was war
mainland
before that, but
Ukraine. I
like,
know there was the annexation of Crimea.
yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, okay, well, you guys
No,
can
but you are
respond by
right. You are
telling me
right
that
that
I'm
he like.
wrong. And
No, no, but you are right that he likes winners, and if you could show that you're winning, he likes that part is I agree with. So maybe like other people here could correct us about regarding how much President Trump has helped Ukraine, and by the way, Ness, I see like you're saying that uh, no, so I mean, I might be wrong about this. So you might be correct. I might be wrong. So I'll let like I know Jeffrey and probably Monkey have a lot more information on this, so they could talk about it. But I do. So you're saying that if the Iranian people could show that they're winning, they will have a more higher chance that President Trump will support them. Mm.
yes, that's what
Okay.
I think.
So, but then, what wasn't President Trump eager to help the Iranian people when he because the like when he saw, so here's what I think happened, right? I think that President Trump, when he saw how Islamic Republic was treating, like what's doing to the Iranian people, he actually did become very eager to help the Iranian people, right? And he was pushing for regime change, and then he saw that maybe it's more difficult than he assumed, right? Like that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. But if you actually look at it at the beginning, Trump, even though the Iranian people were not winning, even though he saw the videos that of the Islamic Republic being extremely brutal, and to the Iranian people, he was very much affected by that. Like he had a lot of sympathy for the Iranian people, and I say this as somebody who gets accused of having TDS myself, like a lot, right? Whenever I defend President Trump, I get told like, oh my, in server in the chat calls me a Trumpolahi, basically somebody who just defends Trump no matter what. And then when I criticize him, people say I have TDS. Like, I have a lot of criticism for President Trump. So I'm not like full like MAGA. Trump doesn't do everything right. Everything is 5D chess. Like, I'm not like that at all. I have a lot. I have a list of praises for President Trump, and I have a huge list of criticism for President Trump. For example, especially his attacks on Israel. I mean, I have a history of criticism for President Trump. Like, I didn't like the tariffs. I did not like the tariff strategy at all. I don't like, for example, how he talks about Israel. But I think I genuinely, based
Well,
on
he
the
says
evidence,
much nicer things about Israel when Israel seems to be winning, like when
winning.
Israel does the pager attacks against Hezbollah.
Right.
He loves Israel, but I think again, I mean, I could make this sound more negative, and I'm afraid of doing it because then I'll have more opposition. But I could say Trump wants to do things that are easy. And when solving the problem of Iran, of the Iranian people, looks hard, that makes him less inclined to really do it. And I think that's what we're seeing now.
Mm,
And it makes total sense because, of course, Trump should do what's in his interests and the US interests.
mm.
And the calculation of the expected result changes depending on who's winning.
So I think this
Um,
rule applies to everybody then, right? Like, if more people see that the Iranian people have a fighting chance, then they would be more encouraged to support them, compared to thinking that this is a difficult, impossible job. So, right?
right now, people don't see that at all. Right now, people who just get regular, mainstream media uh, just do not see it.
Mm.
And I think it's important to show it to them.
I think if we arm the Iranian people, then a lot more people would take a lot more people worldwide would take the Iranian people more seriously.
Agree completely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what other people have to say about this, because I think they have better information about this than me.
Uh, okay, can I go to Mary first because I don't think I've seen her before.
Oh, okay.
Mary,
Mary, good morning to
Hey,
you.
hi everyone.
Yeah.
Hello. I just
Hello.
I just jumped on early. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we're
I
just
don't know
saying
if
hello. Great to hear from you.
hello. You hello.
Do you hear us?
All right. Thank you everyone. So I started listening from the beginning a little while ago, and then I stopped right around the people starving to death in America business, which I wanted to say something about. And and about TDS, just my
Okay.
personal experience with people who actually I believe have TDS. I've noticed
So Mary,
something.
so Mary, before
Yeah.
can we address Ned's topic
Oh,
before
yeah.
we
What
go?
is the
Yeah.
topic? Yeah. What is the
Uh,
actual topic? Sorry.
Okay. So let me. How about right now? Where Ness is coming, telling us that President Trump would cares more about people who are actually winning. So if we could actually help the Iranian
Yeah.
people show an image that they're winning, to the world, it could convince that they are being victorious and they're winning and they have the upper hand, it would be more likely for President Trump to support them. That's what Nets is saying. He
Okay.
likes winners.
So, I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been following you and Goldie since December, and or right around when you started the daily shows, and I've been following this. And I actually had an interesting exchange with, I work at a local community college, and a student came in, and for some reason he told me he was from Iran. So I'm like, okay, so are you Javed Shah or are you the other side? And I would never know. He said Javed Shah, thank God, or we would have come to blows. But I I tend to think that I don't. Okay, I felt earlier on that Trump had a genuine love and care for the Iranian people who were rising up, and that's obviously just my feeling. And I don't know that we're done seeing what he has up his sleeve. That's how I feel about it. I do agree that it seems like there are more regime supporters, or that they're coming out of their holes more, as much as we can see, which is not a lot. But I am, I was very depressed for a few days when it looked like he was just wrapping up and is no longer supporting the freedom fighters, I'd call them, and that he's willing to negotiate with a bunch of terrorists. But I don't know that we're done seeing everything that he has up his sleeve. So that's my very uninformed opinion.
No, I mean,
Thank
okay,
you,
before
Mary.
yeah, let's move on to other people because we're running out of time. But I do agree that I think that President Trump is just putting a pause on this, and they tried a sprint, and they saw it's not a sprint, and they're doing a marathon. I don't think the conflict between United States and the Islamic Republic is over, and I don't think this MOU will stop that. But let's go
Oh,
to yep. Just
can I just make two, like,
Yeah.
literally 10-second comments? One is when you talk to people who actually have TDS, look at their eyes. I'm doing an informal survey. If their eyes change. The other thing I do want to tell Samantha, I'm in California, I'm Los Angeles. We have the highest numbers of homeless people. No one is starving
All right, let's
in the United
let's
States. Certainly not here.
yeah, but let's not
That's
change the
all.
topic. Let's not change the topic. Thank
Okay.
you, Mary. And by the way, Mary, after I'm gonna leave soon, and after I leave, you could speak organically about whatever topic as soon as I leave. Okay, so it's just because we're live on YouTube, we're keeping it on topic. But as soon as I leave, then
Okay.
you could. Yeah, so I don't want you. I don't want you to be discouraged from contributing because we want to hear from you. I'm just saying because I'm running out of time and I need to go. But once I leave, you guys are free to keep talking about all of this stuff. Okay, who's next?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Jeffrey
Thank
and
you.
Sketch, you have 1 minute each. Okay, Jeffrey, 1 minute, go.
Oh my God.
So, with regards to Ukraine, I've been assisting Ukrainian Defense Forces since 2014. I'll give you a quick rundown. So, President Trump has done more for Ukraine than probably the past 5 presidents combined in many ways. President, so like Putin's criminalized counterintelligence state legally annexes Crimea and directly violates the Budapest Memorandum. Obama provided them blankets and a couple of night vision goggles. Me and a lot of other guys tried to find ways to circumvent that lack of support that we were legally obligated to provide via third party through South Korea and some other people on the Hill. So what ends up happening is that Putin then violates the Minsk 1 and 2 accords. Still, nothing is done by us. Nothing meaningful. Trump comes in. What did he do? He sat there and gave lethal support to Ukraine, particularly $230 million of Javelin missiles that played a role in stopping Putin's thunder run on Kyiv, at least in part. He initiated CATSA, which is like he embargoed all the oligarchs that were involved in a lot of the human rights and violations and or crimes that were committed in, say, Donetsk and Donbass. And he openly made it a point in a call to Vladimir Putin, something akin to like this. Hi, Vlad. It looks like, I know we're the best of friends. Our intelligence is looking like you might invade Ukraine. Vlad, I don't like to say this. Well, if you do it, I don't know what you call them, those gold onion things on the Kremlin. If you invade Ukraine, I'm going to have to blow them up. Like he said he would blow up Moscow. That's why Putin didn't go into Ukraine.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And then Monkey, really, really quick.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, go.
Okay, I'm not hearing him.
Okay, I think we're out of time.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I need
The
to
point-
go. So yeah, go. Yeah.
The point wasn't, it was a bad example. Ukraine was maybe a bad example. We all know Trump likes winners. How do you show Iranian winners? Well, I think Armin had a campaign where he was retweeting messages from Iran. The more messages from Iran in support of Trump, in support of what's going on, the more messages form from Iran that is showing that the IRGC is weak, that they're scared, that they're losing. That if you can get that in front of Trump's eyes or his people, that would help. If that was the point, just getting to the point of it, like that was not the example, the point. That's what I would suggest. Just watch Iran Revolution Live, watch Armin, watch Goldie, check their examples, retweet, and you will find within these people the kind of examples of winning by the people that you want Trump to see. That was the point I wanted to get to.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.